Chapter 8, Section 5 in the 7th grade workbook is entitled Classifying Polygons. As you can see here, the page is divided up into 3 sections with 3 unique sets of directions. So let's go ahead and start with the top part. In 1 through 6, the approach to all is the same. They're asking you to determine whether each figure is a polygon, and if not, explain why not. So remember, in order to be a polygon, it has to be a closed shape, and it has to be comprised of sides or line segments. So any curves or anything like that is going to disqualify it. It has to be closed as well. So if there's any openings or gaps in the shape, it's going to be disqualified. So if we look at number 1 here, number 1, what looks to be a parallelogram, the shape is closed and it's a sided figure. There's no curves or anything like that. So here we're going to say that yes, the shape is a polygon, and that's all they're asking us for. Remember, if it's not, we have to say why not. Taking a look at number 2, number 2 here is closed. It is sided, but it's not really one polygon. We really have here what works out to be 1, 2, 3, 4 different polygons in the shape of 4 different triangles. If we wanted this to be all one shape somehow, we would have to encapsulate this one. So here right now I would say no, and I would say that this is actually 4 polygons, 4 triangles. And in question number 3, this kind of blob-looking figure here almost kind of looks like somebody's drawing of a three-dimensional stick man, I guess, here. Here we have curves, we have rounded edges. Again, it has to be a sided figure. And in this case, that's going to make this one be disqualified. So here again, we're going to say no. And the reasoning here is we've got curves, or if you want me to say it a different way, it's not sided. All right, in the next set of questions, 7 through 12 now, they're asking me to name the polygons. So they're telling us now that these are polygons. They're just simply asking for the name of the polygon. So what we need to do here is count the number of sides, because that's how we name a shape, based on how many sides it has. So we'll go ahead and do that for 7 through 9, and you'll use the same approach in 10 through 12. Taking a look at number 7 here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sides. 10-sided shape is called a decagon. Deca, like the word decade. Decade is, of course, 10 years. Decagon means it has 10 sides. Deca must mean somehow the number 10 is implied. Good idea. Taking a look at number 8 there, that's one of our favorites. That's a 3-sided shape. We know what that's all about. We know that's got to be a triangle. And tri, somehow implying 3. If we think about what a tricycle is, a tricycle has 3 wheels. Triangle has 3 sides. Again, tri somehow must indicate 3. And then taking a look at number 9 here, counting up the number of sides, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides here. And maybe it just doesn't look like what you expected it to look like. Maybe you expected a stop sign, but it's got 8 sides, so that means this is an octagon. All right, let's go ahead and go down to the bottom here, 13, 14, and 15. Now they're asking us to name the figure and tell whether it is a regular polygon. And if it's not, explain why it's not. So as far as naming the figure goes, that's not really anything different than what we did in 7 through 12. We just went through 7 through 9. So as far as 13 goes, naming the shape, that's easy. It's a 4-sided shape. That's a quadrilateral. If you're sitting there looking at this illustration right now and saying, well, wait a minute, that's a rhombus. Why didn't he write rhombus? You're correct. It is a rhombus, but they're not asking me which quadrilateral it is. They're asking me which polygon it is. The name rhombus is a type of quadrilateral. A type of polygon, indicates the number of sides. So in this case, they're looking for the word quadrilateral. Now, let's talk about the shape being regular. Regular indicates that all the sides of the shape are the same and all the angles of the shape are the same. So if we take a look there, look at the sides. Each side has the one hash mark through it. So that indicates that all those sides have the same length because they each have the one hash mark. Do we know how long they are? No. Does it matter? No. All we have to know is that they are the same. Now we take a look at the angles here, and as you can see, the angles are also marked, and each angle only has one hash mark there. You can use the same markers in the angles that we do for the sides, and that's exactly what they've done there. The kind of hoop structure here with the one hash mark is in each single one of the angles here, which indicates that those angles all do have the same measure. So since the sides are all the same and all the angles work out to be the same here, that indicates that this shape is regular. Now let's go on and talk about regular here. Regular indicates two things, that all the sides are the same and all the angles are the same.